Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanidhaye Vasisthaya Namo Namaha. Om Namastaraya Nama Shambhave Chamayo Bhave Chanama शंकराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनाम वरानने ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ओम समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो नमः भक्ति विद्या आचार्येभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रुतिमात्रे नमः देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तेषां कृपया अस्मिन् क्षणे एव भगवदनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वशान्तिकल्याणार्थं श्रीमद्ब्रह्माण्डपुराणान्तर्गत अध्यात्म रामायण शास्त्रस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ओम आदौ श्रीरामनाम संकीर्तनम with all devotion. Let us take Lord Rama's name, asking him to give us all the maturities of how to live the outer life, all the maturities of how to manage our inner personality, and the all maturities of how to spiritually grow. Okay. Om Sri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram 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 Jaya Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Saluting all Devatas, Gurus, Munis, and our specially Vishwamitra Vasishta, Sri Veda Vyasa, Shiva Parvati, and also Sita Rama. As by now we must be very clear that the two types of lives, one of fully living worldly, second is spiritual. We have to keep on experimenting in both. Worldly, anyway, we know what we are doing, what we are getting, what is the glory, importance of that. Spiritual, we know little. Let's have the experiments we have done. But then the Shastras are so vast, so sufficient enough for us to have at least the faith to begin with that spiritual life is also good. In fact, it is better, it is best, it is glorious. This way, through every of the satsanga, and after satsanga through manana, we have to compare between these two lives, and slowly, having gained conviction about the spiritual life, we have to turn towards it. And as we always say, by now 1,000 times we spoke, first we have to give time, second we have to give mind, third, then when we give time and mind through the Shastra study, we will know what is to be gained and done. Let us involve in that. And no need to go back to the earlier life. Even in this spiritual life also, the variety of ways, positively, purely, beautifully, we can enjoy. There are the Bhakti Marga, in how many ways we can revel in expressing or developing our devotion to the Lord. We have the Yoga Marga where we can entertainingly do the sadhana of a Chitta Vritti Nirodha to reach to Swarupa Sthiti. We have the Seva Marga, taking the world as Paramatma's expression only, using all our abilities, talents, serving them as serving God. And in the Jnana Marga, how many Upanishads are there? How many beautiful ways of contemplations, thinkings are there. Let us revel in them more and more. So, with the study of Shastra, these clarities should go on coming into our life. That's what the best thing we can do to ourselves. So, in that pursuit only, this is the regular classes we are having. We are into this Adhyatma Ramayana of this Brahmaanda Puranam. We have done Bala Kanda, Ayodhya Kanda. Last Sarga we came. This Navama Sarga, the most beautiful topic of Sri Rama, Sri Bharata Milan. And so many things we have discussed already about it. Some more we will see when we study actual the chapter. But here we see Bharata's Ananya Sharanagati. Ananya Sharanagati Bhakti, and he has got Paravairagya. I want nothing but the Dasa Bhava, Seva Avakasha or Avasara to my Lord Rama. So that's how his heart is so highly purified, matured. Now, when he goes and asks Bhagavan to come, do you think immediately Bhagavan will come? He says, no. This avatar of mine has come for two things. One is Dushta Shikshana, that is Ravanadi Rakshasas. Second is, I am here to not only teach Dharma, but to live Dharma. This avatar has further. Therefore, the Pitruvakya Paripalana Dharma, which is immediate action to me, I will follow that only. I will not compromise for any other reason. So both of them, Bharata as Bhakta, Bhagavan as Dharma Samstapaka, have stuck to their own goals and they have only lived for that. Now, one thing let us remember, when Bharata lived his life of Sharanagati, when Rama lived his life of Dharma, how many people observed them? How many people have learned from them? How many people have appreciated them? How many people have respected them? These are all external. That has no consequence at all. But the consequence is what? What Rama enjoyed himself within by that type of life. What Bharata enjoyed within but that type of life, that is more important. In the same way, our spiritual understandings, our spiritual practices, if at all they have outer any results, they are only byproducts. The main purpose of all of that is our own inner evolution and evolutionary joy. This is very best way said in simple words by our greatest giver of Ramayana to us, Sri Tulsidas ji. In the beginning only mentions why he is writing this Ramacharitamanasa. Only one greatest sentence is Swanta Sukhaya Tulasi Raghunatha Gatha Bhasha Nibandam Atimanjulam Atanoti. So Tulasi, why he is doing this Raghunatha Gatha? Swanta Sukhaya. There are two levels. One Swanta Sukha means I enjoy writing about Rama, his Leela. My Sukha is not outside that. Somebody will recognize, somebody will reward, somebody will give award, somebody may give the Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri award. No, 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 no. That's all I am not interested. I am Swanta Sukhaya. So spiritual sadhana is for discovering our own inner stability, inner balance, inner purity, and consequent joy. This is first level. Secondly level is what Swanta Sukha means. This Rama, whose story I am writing, where is he? He is my own self. Therefore, through this writing, I revel in Rama so much. Through my contemplation or vichara, I discover him to be in my own heart as my own self and also as the Ananda Swarupa Rama. Therefore, Antasukha means the highest spiritual goal. Where through doing this Katha Prasanga in my own heart, I discover myself one with him. I surrender myself to him and his darshana or his anubhuti as Atma or Paramatma. To gain that, I am writing this. Now, in this only the entire scriptural literature's essence is there. Those who try for the Bahya Sukha, they are all samsari. Those who try and get the Antas Sukha, they are the sadhakas. And innermost Atma Sukha, those who get, they are the Siddha Purushas. That's how it started with Brahma Vidapnoti Param Satyam Jnanantam Brahma. Though the explanation is of Brahma, but while the Brahma Vichara is done, to be beyond the Panchakosha or Panchamahabhuta or Panchamahabhuta made Rupanama Jagat, where we are taken to in our Taittiriya Upanishad also is our own Antaratma. Therefore, Sri Bharatji lived that noble life, Sri Hanumanji lived that noble life, Sri Lakshmana Swami, Sri Shatrughna, Sri Rama, they all have lived those lives for their own Antasukha. To seek the inner joy by being pure inside, by being divine inside, by discovering oneness, the innermost, with the innermost, the self. May we all become day by day serious, sincere, convinced about it. And get that hold on that sadhana inner and being regular in that, start tasting the glimpses of it. And when the glimpses start coming, let's continue not to come out of that way of living, that view of living, that joy of living. That's how we have to station ourselves. As I told you, we need an example that from our house, which is in a gully, when we go up to the highway, there are always the diggings are there, the traffic jams are there, the cross traffic is there, confusion. But once you are on the highway, then you speed up. So too, coming onto the highway is convincingly living the inner spiritual life to discover the inner joy and freedom. Once that happens, then we are on the highway. No violence. Like some of you are already discovering the nearest highway, no more botherations. Health botheration, you have understood. Relations botherations, how far and what is manageable, beyond manageable, acceptance, they are known. Even the mana, to some of you who are doing upasanas, if not 100%, at least 10-15%, समझ में आ रहा है. And some of you are really doing the japa upasana, and some are regularly doing, maybe in a couple of months, years' time, that hold also will come. You know, and we are studying Chaturthi, the yoga also. Maybe in a week's time, that sadhanas we are going to listen, yama, niyamas, and all with all exhaustive explanation. Using that, using Vedanta, using Bhakti. When we are on the highway of sadhana, nothing to be worried. Rest is taken care. The prarabdha comes and goes. The Lord takes care of yoga kshema, and we are assuredly ensuring ourselves to be on the path. Everything will be beautiful. So, through these all studies, through all our upasanas, may we invoke God's grace on us for this achievement as early as possible. So, saying so, let us see the next portion of this Navama Sarga of the Ayodhya Kanda of this Adhyatma Ramayanam, what happened after Sri Bharata and Sri Rama met. Then the continuation is all the Rama Matas, they also meet. Then वशिष्ठ जी comes, उनसे भी मिलते हैं. एक एक दो दो श्लोक में निपटते जाते हैं हमारे व्यास जी in this Adhyatma Ramayana. Will not elaborate like a Valmiki ji. That's why it is only around 3,500 shloka, and that is 24,000 shlokas. Almost 7 times less. So thereafter he'll ask about the father, then the news is told, then he's so miserable, then does the Jalanjali, Tilanjali, then Bharata comes and discusses. Oh brother, please come. That simple but complete charcha between Sri Rama and Sri Bharata as to what dharma to be done, going beyond the emotions, going beyond individuals' whatever you call as duties, going beyond the mutual relation of brother. तो मैं आपसे प्रेम करता हूँ, तो आपसे आप मेरे से करोगे, मेरा आपके प्रति आदर है, आपको मेरे प्रति कृपा है. These are when we have the issues one to one. But it's not one to one issue, it is regarding the whole dharma, because this episode is going to be recorded in the books. Therefore, neither you are important nor I am important. Father is important. More than father, the dharma is important. Therefore, oh brother, very clear it is. Father told you to be king. He told me to go to jungle. Why is the making unnecessary hangama? Why making an issue? Why should we look for alternatives? When the ultimate is told by our own father, you should not think. Why should we waste the energy of thinking? How can we think? What he said is final. So this is how, through the Adhyatma Ramayana, especially through these samvadas, That type of clarities of intellect come to us, which are very essential for sorting out small little issues in our life, even the bigger ones also. The life has to be made always issueless, made always smoother, without much of the, all the complications, etc. Aram se. That person who even takes the old age, the disease, the death, the bereavements, all of them in a right stride with highest maturity and in a very light manner, he is a matured person. And Vedanta, Bhakti, these are the only things which give us that maturity. Now let us start the chanting. कि from the वहाँ कहाँ से पढ़ेंगे? अरे पूरा पढ़ो, इतना बढ़िया पोर्शन है. From the sloka 1 onwards. How much we have done? Yeah. 26 तक let us chant. It will take 10 minutes. Then थोड़ा ही हम क्लास भी करेंगे. I am conscious of the time also. ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः. अथ ब्रह्मांड पुराणांतर्गत अध्यात्म रामायणम अयोध्या कांडम नवमः सर्गः. श्री महादेव उवाच. राइट फ्रॉम श्लोका 1. अथ गत्वाश्रमपद समीपं भरतो मुदा सीतारामपदैर्युक्तं पवित्रम् अतिशोभनं स तत्र वज्राङ्कुशवारिजाञ्चित ध्वजानि चिह्नानि पदानि सर्वतः ददर्श रामस्य भुवोति मङ्गलानि अचेष्टयत् पादरजस्सु सानुजः अहो सुधन्योऽहममूनि राम पादारविन्दाङ्कितभूतलानि पश्यामि यत्पादरजो विमृग्यं ब्रह्मादिदेवैः श्रुतिभिश्च नित्यम् इत्यद्भुतप्रेमरसाप्लुताशयः विगाढचेता रघुनाथ भावने आनन्दजाश्रुस्नपितस्तनान्तरः शनैरवापाश्रम सन्निधिं हरेः स तत्र दृष्ट्वा रघुनाथमास्थितं दूर्वादलश्यामम् श्यामलमायते क्षणं जटाकिरीटं नववल्कलाम्बरं प्रसन्नवक्त्रं तरुणारुणद्युतिं विलोकयन्तं जनकात्मजां शुभाम् सौमित्रिणा सेवितपादपङ्कजं तदाभिदुद्राव रघूत्तमं शुचा हर्षाच्च तत्पादयुगं त्वराग्रहीत रामस्तमाकृष्य सुदीर्घबाहुः दोर्भ्यां परिष्वज्य सिषिञ्च नेत्रजैः जलैरथाङ्कोपरि सन्निवेशयतु पुनः पुनः सम्परिशस्वजे विभुः अतता मातरः सर्वाः समाजग्मुस्त्वरान्विताः राघवं द्रष्टुकामास्ताः तृषार्ता गौर्यथा जलं रामः स्वमातरं वीक्ष्य द्रुतमुत्थाय पादयोः भवद्दे साश्रुसा पुत्रम् आलिङ्ग्यातीव दुःखिता इतराश्च तथा नत्वा जननी रघुनन्दनः ततः समागतं दृष्ट्वा वसिष्ठं मुनिपुङ्गवं साष्टाङ्गं प्रणिपत्याह धन्योऽस्मीति पुनः पुनः यथार्हमुपवेश्याम सर्वान् एव रघोद्वहः पिता मे कुशली किं वा मां किमाहाति दुःखितः वसिष्ठः तमुवाचेदं पिता ते रघुनन्दन त्वद्वियोगाभितप्तात्मा त्वामेव परिचिन्तयन् राम रामेति सीतेति लक्ष्मणेति ममारः श्रुत्वा तत्कर्णशूलाभं गुरोर्वचनमञ्जसा हाहतोऽस्मीति पतितः रुदन् रामः स लक्ष्मणः ततोऽनुरुरुदुः सर्वा मातरश्च तथा परे हा तात मां परित्यज्य क्व गतोऽसि घृणाकर अनाथोऽस्मि महाबाहो मां को वा लालयेत् इतः सीता च लक्ष्मणश्चैव विलेपतुरतो भृशं वसिष्ठः शान्तवचनैः शमयामास तां शुचं ततो मन्दाकिनीं गत्वा स्नात्वा ते वीतकल्मषाः राज्ञे ददुर्जलं तत्र सर्वे ते जलकाङ्क्षिणे पिण्डान्निर्वापयामास रामो लक्ष्मणसंयुतः इङ्गुदीफलपिण्याक रचितान् मधुसम्प्लुतान् वयं यदन्नाः पितरः तदन्नाः स्मृतिनोदिताः इति दुःखाश्रुपूर्णाक्षः पुनः स्नात्वा गृहं ययौ सर्वे रुदित्वा सुचिरं स्नात्वा जग्मुस्तदाश्रमं तस्मिंस्तु दिवसे सर्वे उपवासं प्रचक्रिरे ततः परेद्युर्विमले स्नात्वा मन्दाकिनी जले उपविष्टं समागम्य भरतो राममब्रवीत् राम राम महाभाग स्वात्मानमभिषेचय राज्यं पालय पित्र्यं ते ज्येष्ठस्त्वं मे पिता यथा क्षत्रियाणाम् अयं धर्मः यत् प्रजा परिपालनम् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Thank you for wonderful chanting together. Now in this first portion of Sri Bharatji's reaching up to Rama before falling at his feet. In this Navama Sarga, Ayodhya Kanda is Adhyatma Ramayana, Brahmaanda Purana. When we see the pratika of Paramatma, then if we are the Upasaka, how using that pratika of Paramatma, we have to do our inner sadhana up to the level even of entering into the Samadhi Sthiti through Bhakti. There is Bhakti Samadhi, there is Yoga Samadhi, there is Jnana Samadhi. Like we have the TV Samadhi, we have the cricket Samadhi, we have the Bhojanam Samadhi, and the most beautiful is Nidra Samadhi Sthiti. Here also the Bhakti Paravashya Samadhi steps are given to us through Sri Bharatji's way of approaching Bhagwan there. One thing is left the comforts of Ayodhya, took up the Vana, and he was Padachari, Vanachari, reached. Now from this portion of where he has seen Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan and Sita Mata's Charana Mudrikas or Charana Chihna there. This is what is sadhana. We should have an alambana, that's all. Alambana can be the salagrama in your puja room, Shivalinga in your puja room, or any of the mandira in your town, or when you go to big pilgrim places. Even the puja murti of Bhagavan can be in your own mind in the vritti rupa. That is called as manasa puja. So pratika of Bhagavan, anything, what is required is we have to value that pratika as we value Bhagavan. Then when you value it, how we express our devotion and how we excel in our devotions, devotion step by step, that is what is given in these 4-5 slokas of 4-5 steps. One by one, you see. First, Satatra, first of all, he want to reach Rama and surrender. Second, he reached to the Rama in that Kutiya. He has not yet gone there. Much before only, the Rama Chihnas he found. Charana Chihna. Okay. Satatra Vajrankusha Varija Anchita Dvajadi Chihnani Padani Sarvatha Dadarsha Ramasya Bhava Atimangalani. Okay. The moment the Bhagwan Charana Chihna is seen by Sri Bharata, the Bhakta in him was in a full swing already. How it is shown here? Acheshtayat Padarajassu Sanujaha. First, the physical activity of doing Vividha Cheshtas of with that Chadrana Raja Mudra, as when the Lord is seen, so way. Then the list of the Cheshtas are not given here by Sri Vyasa ji, but you can imagine. So he must have did Namaskar, done Namaskar with hands. Then he must have fell at those Charana Chihnas. Then he must have taken that dhul and must have applied and taken itself as Bhagwan's anugrah and put on his head. These are all bhautika kriyas. But while doing those bhautika kriyas, what is going in his mana? What is going in his buddhi? Because of these two, how he entered into samadhi, and in that bhakti samadhi, how the ananda was so overwhelming, where he lost his own identity. Those are the 4-5 steps. This is what we have to do. And it won't happen when we try to do mechanically. It is many lives when we do the upasana puja to the Bhagwan in the Murti puja Roma, करते करते हर बार वो भावना डेवलप होता है. You understand? Abhyasa is very essential. That's why whether it is in yoga, whether it is in Vedanta, whether it is in Karma Yoga, whether it is serving the world, whether it is getting the values, finally, even in the Bhakti and Upasana. Without Abhyasa, we don't get the perfection in the steps, the perfection in the tuning, and perfection in the performance. So first he did Acheshtayat. Is it done? Even load port mein ho gaya wahan. He must have rolled also, taking that as Bhagwan's only. So as when he goes to Bhagwan, when Bhagwan hugs him, or when he falls at his feet, sare o bhavanaye he brought, and for him be attentive. This Charana Chihna are as sacred as Bhagwan. That attitude in us developed alone makes us deserve to reach to the actual Charana Chihna. The devotion surrender, seeing the Chihnas which we express alone, gives us a mocha really to surrender to God. Then this bhavana at the time of doing upasana and saranagati to the Chihna that the Bhagavan has blessed me becomes actual anubhuti when he really meets the Lord and surrenders. So these are all the siddha sadhana upasana it is. When actually goes to Rama, it is siddhi upasana. Actually went, actually fell at his feet, actually Bhagavan has hugged, kept him is on the lap, gave him all the love. He in fact washed, as if drowned or drenched Bharatji with his own tears of love. These are all experiential. Please don't imagine, like when your children come from US or how you hug them, and the tears from the eyes come. Don't you enjoy in that prema? Or when you go there, same with Bhagwan, Guru, होता है ऐसा ही अनुभूति, प्रत्यक्ष होता है. That to show that ये प्रत्यक्षली होता है, ये पुराण सब आए हैं. All the Pauranic kathas are only to tell us that it is actual and practical. So first, Acheshtayatu. Thereafter what happened? He spoke in the mind about the glory of those Charana Chihnas. This is our intellectual understanding. From the intellectual understanding about the glory of Charana Chihna is born the Shraddha Yukta Bhakti. Bhakti Shraddha Yukta Charana Pranama or Sharanagati is the one which the Bhakta in us should do. So he says what? Aho Sudanya Aham. He says, I am the Dhanya. Why? Amoni Rama Padaravinda Ankita Bhutalani Pashyami. I am able to see these Bhutala which are Ankita by Sri Ramachandra's Padaravinda. The lotus feet of the Lord were Ankita means touched. He was walking in this place and this Bhumi has been divinized. I am able to see that. Like when we used to go to Gurudev's, place in different ashramas, Gurudev's room. वहाँ जाते ही whole body will shake with that joy and devotion, and we see that this is Gurudev, the stick he has used it. So this is the place he used to sit or do his table work. This is the place where he was to sleep. उसको देखते हैं ना इतना आनंद हमको होता है. गुरुदेव ने स्पर्श किया है सब, उनका है. Yes. Wow, beautiful. That joy. First time when we go to the Sri Gurudev's Kutiram and all, any of the Mahatma or Bhagavan to whom you have the devotion. Like example, you have done Kashi Vishwanatha Puja in your house for 20 years and you can't afford to go to Kashi. After 20 years, somehow you could manage for various reasons because of various blessings. Imagine how that will be when you really enter into the Kashi Pattanam only, seeing that mahol and all that, pulakita ho jata hai wo. Then going to the Ganga Maya, taking bath, standing in the line for darshanam. Actually, when you go to Vishwanathji, oh, every one of you must have had that ananda somewhere or the other. लौकिक की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, लौकिक तो होता ही रहता है. आध्यात्मिक आई एम सेइंग, maybe meeting a guru or listening a great bhajana or listening to a wonderful talk on any of the avatara Bhagwan or going to such a beautiful temple. Every one of you, otherwise you will not deserve to listen all these great shastras. Paravashyam कहते हैं. So he says, I am Dhanyo because I could see the Charana Chihna Sri Rama. रामचंद्र से पादार विंग रामचंद्र के पादार विंग से अंकित ये भूभाग को मैं देख पा रहा हूं. पश्यामि. What's the glory? Yat padarajaha. The dust of that Rama's feet. Vimrugyam brahmadi devai shruti vishanityam. Brahmadi devatas, all the shrutis are searching for the dust of the feet of the Lord. If they find, they want to surrender. That Charana Chehnika, Sparshaki Ava Bhumi, I am able to see. So in this, what's doing? He is seeing the Nikrushta Vastu. But in that Nikrushta Vastu, he is having Utkrushta Bhavana. This is called Upasana. Nikrushta Vastuni, Utkrushta Bhavana is Upasana. It's only a sand, it's only a dust, it's only a part of the earth. Generally, Nikrushta is not negative, very low level. But Utkrushta Bhavana, that this is that dust touched by the Lord Rama's feet, in search of whom the Shrutis and Brahmadi Devatas are moving, going. I could have the darshan of it. Brahmadi Devaihi Shrutibishcha Nityam Vimugyam Padarajaha Yat Tadam Pashyami. So these are all the bhavana. So first darshana, then the bhautika kriya, then bhavana in the mana, then the manasika kriya of developing that. First intellectual understanding that the Bhagavan's charana are so great that the dust of his feet itself is sought by the Shruti and Brahmadi Deva. Intellectual. Thereafter what? Ki iti. Once the intellectually the clarity has come about the value, growth, greatness, glory, divinity of Bhagavan's Charana Raja, then the heart is filled with full devotion. Therefore, iti, I explained to you, Adbhuta Prema Rasa Apluta Ashaya. Adbhuta Prema Rasa Apluta Ashaya. One by one word you have to enjoy. Adbhuta means what do you call as Adbhuta? That which is never seen earlier is called as Adbhuta. When you see regularly, it's not Adbhuta. पहली बार देखते तो wonderful. Anything, greatest things. दूसरा तीसरी बार उतना अद्भुत नहीं लगता. तो अद्भुता means that type of joy Bharat ji is having first time. Adbhuta, wonderful, prema rasa, the essence of the prema, apluta ashayaha, his antakarana is drowned in that devotion to the Lord for getting that opportunity of seeing his charana mudrikas or the charana chihna. Then next one is important. Vigada chetaha raghunatha bhavane. This is called as the chitta has totally drowned in the bhavana means the bhakti. Morning also, the Jnapti Matra, Avabodha Matra, Bhavana. That is what about the Jnanam also, Brahma Vidya mein we were studying. So here, Vigana Cheta Raghunatha Bhavane. Bhavana means devotion. Raghunatha Bhavane, devotion to the Lord. Vigada Cheta means his chittas is no more now, anywhere here or there. Totally submerged. This is called as Bhakti Samadhi. In Bhakti Samadhi, Chitta is drowned in Bhakti to Bhagavan. There the Bhakti is important. Obviously, it is directed to Bhagavan. Expression of that Samadhi is what? Anandaja Ashrus Napita Stanantaraha. His chest is filled with the Ashrus, tears coming from the eyes out of the Ananda. So these are the steps. If you can achieve it, whenever we go to the Divya Punya Kshetras, that means you have the Bharata in you. Is it not? Ananya Seva Bhav we have the Anumanji Amsha in us. Nirantara Bhagwan ke saath, taking care of the Lord's requirements only always, we are in the Lakshmana Bhava. Thoda, no, we are not at that level. Oh, to impossible hai. But at least little bit. Now you have to picturize it. Become very deeply, maturely, intellectually, emotional. That is called the joy of the devotion. When you are in that joy of devotion, surrender, don't bring the ego and intellect and analysis. Don't become that way intellectual. Intellect ka kaam ho gaya. When it has told us the glory of God, now is the point, it's the work of the heart where it is melting. There is devotion, surrender, gratitude, all of that. Beautiful that joy. And I tell you, as much in the heat of the knowledge, our ignorances get burnt. So much in the flood of the devotion, also, all our negativities get flown away. Have the heat of knowledge or flood of devotion. For Paramatma, then only this cluster of or this accumulated vasana, samskara, habits, so the lower pulls, all of them can be conquered. And again, we have to enter into that. If you can do that in your own puja room every day, every day it should be like that. That is, anuraga kehte hain. Raga is having devotion to God. Anuraga is increasing devotion to God every day. Do you understand that? That is what is Bhaktas Lakshana. Like these Gopikas. Every day they see Krishna and still they are not contented. Every day he goes for grazing cows. Evening they stand there. Arey, kab aayega, kab aayega. The moment they see that Godhuli, that all the dust of the cows coming, they're so excited. They just look at him, enjoy till he goes inside. Then they Yashoda, Arey, kab tak? Till next day morning, again he goes back to that jungle. They all trupti nahi hota hai unko. They are in that ankita bhava of anuraga, of expressing their devotion and love to Krishna every day increasing. If we can discover that, which we have also for the Vishayas, but that is bandhanam, that is samsara. Every day same tea, every day same coffee. Even 10 minutes the coffee gets late, how excited we become. Ki jaldi lao, jaldi lao. When that whoever is making it, they bring, how we become excited in consuming it. Joyful, garam garam, badhiya sa. When a bhogi can have like this, a bhakta yogi can have anuraga to the Lord every day increasing. Today to my Lord, this dress I wear, this pulamala I make, this type of chandana kumkum I do, this type of decoration I'll do. This is where this stotras I chant, this namaval I do for him, this kirtana I will do, this bhajana I will do for him. Today I will dance for him. Today I'll talk to him. Today I'll be so silent to listen to him. What's going to talk to me? Now, this is what nonsense we do with the same world. When it is done for the Lord, it is called as sensibility. It is devotion. There it is nonsense. क्योंकि वो फंसाने वाला है. ये तो हमको फंसाओ से मुक्त करने वाला है. So the difference between Bharata and us is what? For Bharata being so lucky, he has got Rama Bhagavan himself for all his upasanas. And for us, Rama Bhagavan is physically not there. That's the only thing missing. You can have the Rama as a Murti. Whatever Bhagavan and Bharataji has done, everything we can do. Oh, who knows? If our devotional exercise is so beautiful, from that Vigraha, Sri Rama may come and really may give us that darsana and anubhuti. And believe in all these things. Have faith in all these things. And seek to do all these things. And through this, reach in devotion to Bhagavan. Allow him to bless. That is the fulfillment in life. Baki sab bakwas. Everything is done by everybody else. These are the real challenges. These are the real goals. They are the great pursuits. Let us try for that. So this is how the Bhakti Samadhi entered. Anandaja Ashru Snapita Snanantaraha. And when this way for many, many lives we do upasana, then we also get like Bharata, the Janma when the Rama himself has taken avatar. Then physically we can go and do surrender to him as Bharata is doing now in the next continuous portion. So having that way reveled in the devotion, having seen the Charana Chihna only, in that Anandaja Ashru, Kala Ashrusna, Anandaja Ashru Snapita Stanantaraha, Shanaihi, Dire Dire, Avapa Ashrama Sannidhim Harehe. So Harehe Ashrama Sannidhim Avapa. Dire Dire, he reached to Paramatma's proximity. Tomorrow we are going to study this Hari Shabda Artha in Bhagavata. Today we could not spend time. So Hari Medasaha Uddhavaha. Eva Muktaha Uddhava Hari Medasa. That sloka, we have not done it. Only literal meaning I told, not the explanation. Tomorrow we are going to see. So in this way, the Hari Ashrama, Sannidhi, Bharatji, having already prepared his mind, reached. Then we saw already story yesterday. Satatra Društva Raghunatham Asthitam. Bhagavan is Sarvagnya Trikala. He knows it. Bharat is coming. So Bhagavan is seated there. And Durvadala Shyamam, what a divine form of Bhagwan. Ayata Ikshanam, very open, wide eyes, only to show that, say to us that I am looking everyone, I am observing everyone, I am watching everyone, and I am listening to everybody's prayers, I am seeing everybody's dukkha, I am always ready with my open eye to help everyone, to bless everyone. That is the meaning of it. Then Jata Kiritam, Bhagavan has Jata itself as Kirita. Then Navavalkalambaram, the Navavalkala Dharana, most important, Prasanna Vaktra. Each word is $1,000,000 here. I'm not taking time to explain them because in other contexts, many times we have seen. So one or two which appear to be important, we repeat it. Any new thing comes, we elaborate that. So one of them is Prasanna Vaktra. Bhagwan, wherever he is Prasanna. यही प्रसन्न शब्द को as I told you तुलसीदास जी has taken in the Aranyakanda प्रसन्नतां यान गताभिषेकतः गतानमम्ले वनवास दुःखतः. The one who never got excited because he is giving a kingdom, nor he got disturbed when he is sent to the forest. That Bhagavan Rama's balanced face I am enjoying. That is the context of when the Corrigendum is sent, and instead of being a king, you are sent to the forest. But here, Bhagavan is prasanna in the jungle. Ayodhya, father, mother, all the devotees, mantris, praja, none of them are there. Comforts are not there. Yet, he was in his own prasannata. And heart in heart, he knows his most beloved devotee and brother is coming. So, prasanna, kya hua brother? Prasanna vaktram, taruna aruna dyutim, dyutis, shamak damak. Taruna aruna, the early morning sun's brightness and brilliance. The Taruna Aruna is not very white when he's at 12 o'clock that you can't look at him, and also very hot. But the Taruna Aruna is what? You can look at him and the rays of sun are not so heating or burning us, and that redness gives such a joy and assurance. So Bhagavan was in the Taruna Aditya Varna. Varna means the Dyuti, the Kanti. Neelamega Shyamala Varna, but the Kanti is like that. Then that time Vilokayantam Janakatmajam Shubham. भगवान इज लुकिंग एट सीता जी, कुछ वार्तालाप चल रहा होगा. सौमित्रिणा सेवित पाद पंकजम, एंड सौमित्री लक्ष्मणा is doing the pada seva. How beautiful that scene, excellent, capture it in the heart. Then Bharatji, this ultimate scene, tada abhidudrava raghuttamam shucha, with the purest of the heart he ran to Bhagwan, not even wasting even a moment's time. Then Harshacha tat pada yugam tvara agrahi, ran and held the feet of Bhagwan with all the harsha, ananda, prema, bhakti, ananyata, sharanagati, all these words, not like we know only the words, but their real feeling, real meaning, with all that in the heart, he just fell at the feet. भगवान के चरण में देखो कितना निष्कलमशता, कितना अन्योन्य प्रेम. Can you put them in words? Can we even imagine how great must be there? तालमेल, भगवान भक्त के बीच में का जो संबंध प्रेम होता है, कोई वर्णन नहीं कर सकता. सो टू ए वेरी वेल ट्यून्ड गुरु एंड डिसाइपल इज अ वेरी यूनिक इट इज. It may be for some time, sometimes the guru may leave body or shishya may go somewhere else, or guru may tell him to go, but that few period time which they together, it's a great joy, fulfillment it is in itself. Okay, now what happened when he fell at the feet of Bhagavan Rama? Ramaha tam akrushya, he lifted and pulled. Then Sudirgha Bahu, with all expanded hands, Dorbhyam Parishvajya Sishincha Netra Jaihi Jalaihi. With all the tears of love, he also just drenched Bharatji, expanded the whole hand and pura. Hugging in such a way that भरत जी को परमानेंटली अपने हृदय में ले ले. As much bhakta thinks, wants and tries, that Bhagavan should be in his heart. Bhagavan also thinks and tries for keeping the bhakta in his proximity or the heart. Then Bhagwan made him sit. Jalayata ankopari sanyaveshiyat. After the drenching, made him sit the heart and the lap punah punah samparishasvaje vibhuhu. No, as we described yesterday, little bit, not at length, that कि प्रेम को कोई भी भाषा में बोले तो उसका वैल्यू कम होता है. जब भाषा में प्रेम बदलने लगता है ना, घटते रहता है. The common example is what of the olden days of joint families, where the newly married don't get time to be in privacy at all because so many people are there, they are busy. Therefore, remembering the mind, husband or wife and husband, and looking, just not even talking, can that joy and love which those days people had, today's people newly married, impossible. These are all attractions. These are all the physical passions. These are all the lust and non-positive, not the pure love. They had the pure love. Because less talk, more love. More talk, all familiarity grows, it leads to valuelessness. Even Bhagavan, our Guru, we talk to them more, we lose our value for them. That's why I told you one day, point of reverence should not be frequented in our own interest. So, what is the topic discussion? Vyasa is not writing what both of them spoke at length because they have not spoken. They are in fulfillment. Both of them were suffering the pangs of separation. Bhagavan as well as Bhakta. Bhakta came and surrendered, fulfilled. Bhagavan hugged and fulfilled. अब बोलना क्या है? There is nothing to बोलो. हो गया यहाँ तक. Now Bharata Rama Milan's beauty is this. You can add whatever the great loving devotional feelings you can have, which you can do. Now comes what? Atha, again the Mangalavachakam. What is that? Ta mataraha sarvaha. All those three mothers, mainly Kaushalya, Sumitra, Kaikeyi, and many other Patnis of Dasharatha, who also had lot of blessing or love from Rama. He had all of them the same feeling like mothers. Samajagmuhu Tharanvita. They also came running. वो भी पता चल गया उनको इधर है करके. Then Raghavam Drashtu Kamaha. They could not wait. मे भी भरत जी ने कहा होगा हम देख के आएंगे पहले फिर वो क्या देख के आओगे इज आवर सन वी विल जस्ट कम टू सी तृषार्था गौर यथा जलम some places in Bhagavad Adi it is like the cow seeing its own vatsa. Here it is called the very thirsty cow going for the water, source of water देखते ही जो प्यासा वाला गाय how दौड़ दौड़ कर जाती है. In the same way all the mothers ran to Ram. Again, that also a scene to be devotion meditated in our heart. These are the simple looking but very, very effective ways of filling our hours with devotion so that that heart is freed with the continuous frustration because of the raga dvesha to the world. क्या कबाड़ा बना के रखा हमने अपने दिल को. Either bhoga asaktis or the raga or the dvesha. We are all living in the slum of our heart. I told you the other day, it will look very bad, but still, let us say, it is a dump yard only, our heart. Because of that, the stinking of perennial misery, perennial depression, perennial frustration, perennial begging the people to love me, to give me this value, give me that respect. Kya gandha chi chi chi. Pesharam. After studying these portions from the lower wretched life of bondage, like the bonded labors, the Britishers made us for such a long time, we suffered a lot. Same is happening in the mind because of the Kamakrodha, Ragadvesha, Shatrumitra, Bhayadi, what nonsense all that. या ब्यूटीफुल जमीन जिसको अच्छा तरह से खोद कर वीड्स निकाल कर अच्छे अच्छे पौधे फूलों के लगाकर फलों के वो फूल फल का आनंद लेने के बजाय उस जमीन को सारा कचरा कूड़ा फेंक कर अगर वो बनाए तो डंप यार्ड. Our own heart is the Jamin. No more dump yard. Feel the devotion in it. These are the examples. Feel Rama in the heart. Feel Bharata in the heart. Feel Rama in the heart. Feel Kausalya, Sumitra, how they might have gone and surrendered. Remember, instead of imagining that people will give you love and all, they don't give, they're selfish. उनको और कहीं मिल रहा है, therefore they don't. Instead of expecting or having a wool gathering and hallucination, is it not the better imagination? This is also imagination, but it is giving the positive, divine, beautiful, loving, devotional joy in our heart. एवरी डे आई टेल यू सुबह दोपहर शाम 15-20 मिनट ऐसा कोई श्री राम या कृष्ण के कथाएं हमें स्मरण करके उसके द्वारा अपने हृदय को पिघलाना है भगवान के चरण में भक्ति में. एंड डोंट कॉम्प्रोमाइज विद इट when the ego or the intellect says, oh no, aham brahmasmi, no, there is brahma one without second, how you can, there is Rama, how can I have devotion for him? वो वेदांत क्लास वो अलग है. But if only Vedanta is thing, Bhagavan would have given only intellect. अब मन बुद्धि दिल दिमाग भी बुद्धि भी मन भी दिया ना दिल भी. That means what? He tells us to reach through the heart also. And he gave us hands and legs. He tells us to reach to सेवा also through. सेवा के द्वारा भगवान का आनंद लो, प्रेम के द्वारा भी लो, ज्ञान के द्वारा भी लो. किसने मना किया? Those who say we are Vedanti, we don't believe in devotion. They are a dry fellows. Don't go to them. They'll spoil you also. So too are emotionally commotional without Vedantic joy, complementing it. They also are confused brand. Those who can strike balance in both of them and add the garnishing of the Ashtanga Yoga as well as the Karma Yoga, they are fully matured. See, Gurudev is like that. He's mainly Jnana Margi. He spread the love everywhere, attracted by which only we went. He could achieve all the work because of his Yoga Siddhi, and the work itself is Karma Yoga. Gurudev is full of all four. His action is Karma Yoga, his ability to do action is Ashtanga Yoga, and we are all attracted towards him is because of love, and the love came only when the Brahma Jnana is experienced. Without Brahma Jnana, it is not a pure love. Clear? Other love is love of difference. Here, the oneness and then love. So the idea is what? Like this Kausalya, Sumitra and all. Okay, then Ramaha Samataram Vikshya Dhrutam Utthaya. When he saw his own mother, got up, immediately got up from his own place of sitting. Padayoho Vavande ran and fell at the feet of Mata Kausalya. Because she gave the permission to go. और उन्होंने कोई ऐसे पाबंदी लगा दी मानो मुश्किल होता. बहुत वेस जबरदस्ती में आ जाते हैं तो मन में दुख रहेगा कि मैंने माता को दुखी करके आऊं, और वो रोक लेती तो पिताजी का बात नहीं बना. Please remember, we have to be very intelligent to thank our own family members who are every day allowing us to attend the classes. We have to be very grateful to them. If they are very Lalita Power Mantra type, or the husband is like Rakshas type, and they force on you and do all, even children, Bahu Vagera, if they put all the pabandi and restrict your freedom with their emotion, words, you could have not attended. I really am telling you, thank them. Here also Sri Rama, for his natural love for mother, and especially for this occasion, that she allowed to come, all the way she came to meet him from Ayodhya. So he just fell at his feet, her feet. Sa putra malingya ativa dukkhita. Then she hugged him and she was in extreme dukkha for all the reasons she has. The Dasarathji died. Rama was expected to be a king. Wo bhi chala gaya. Now instead of being in balance, he is suffering here. So all of that she has in dukkha. Then itarashta tatha natva jananihi. So he has did same pranama to Sumitra, Kaikeyi and others also. Then Raghunandanaha tatah samagatam dushtva vasishtam munipungavam. सबसे important तो गुरु महाराज है. तो he saw the Guru also standing behind. Then to the Guru Sashtangam Pranipatya. He fell at the feet of Guru Sashtanga Dandot. Dhanyosmi iti punah punaha yata arham upeshyama. Sarvanega Ragudvaha. Then telling to the Guru, hey, generally the disciples go to the Guru and Guru accepts and blesses. But here Guru himself came, no? तो भगवान तो कहते मैं तो धन्य धन्य हो गया है गुरु आप खुदाए. So he fell at the feet of Vasishtha ji. Then he inquires about what, where is my father and all. Tentatively उनको idea आया होगा, or he must have thought, he knows when he came about the situation of father may not be well, can't take such a tiring travel, therefore he might be there. Then he asks, how is he, where is he, what are the messages he gave for me. Then the news or the thing that happened is disclosed to him by Sri Vasishtha ji. Then the dukkha of Sri Rama and all. This will continue. Tomorrow we'll see that portion. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. So today we will do Chandrasekhara Ashtakam. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrutakalashastaya Sarvamaya Vinashnaya Trailokyanataya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha. ओम भाग्याब्धि चंद्रिका भक्त चित्त केकि गना रोग भरतदम भोले मृत्युदार कुटारिकाये नमो नमः. ओम नाशै रोगरे सौ पीरा जपद निरंतर हनुमत वीरा. ओम श्री हनुमत वीराय नमः. ओम श्री हनुमते 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 नमः. ओम ओम नमः शिवाय. 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 ओम वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गुष्टाय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्. ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च. ओम वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गुष्टाय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्. ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च. ओम वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गुष्टाय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्. ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च. ओम राम 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 राम. Let us do Chandrasekhara Ashtakam today. Very beautiful. Few more stotras of Shiva. Then we take something else. Atha Sri Shivanugrahena Shivanubhava Shivadarshana Praptyartham Chandrasekhara Ashtakasya Prarayanam Vayam Sarve Karishyamahe Sanatan Dharmasya Vishwavyaptyartham Cha Sadhaka Bhaktanam Vigna Nivarana Shakti Namavaptyartham Cha. Om ओम चंद्रशेखर 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 पाहि मां चंद्रशेखर 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 रक्ष मां रत्नसानुशरासनं रजताद्रिशृङ्गनिकेतनं शिञ्जिनीकृतपन्नगेश्वरम् अच्युताननसायकं क्षिप्रदग्धपुरत्रयं त्रिदशालयैरभिवन्दितं चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वै यमः पञ्चपादपपुष्पगन्धि पदाम्बुजद्वयशोभितं फाललोचनजातपावक दग्धमन्मथ विग्रहं भस्मदिग्धकळेवरं भवनाशनं भवमव्ययं चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वै यमः मत्तवारणमुख्यचर्मकृतोत्तरीयमनोहरं पङ्कजासन पद्मलोचन पूजिताङ्घ्रिसरोरुहं देवसिन्धुतरङ्गशीकर सिक्तशुभ्रजटाधरं चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वै यमः यक्षराजसखं भगाक्षहरं भुजङ्गविभूषणं शैलराजसुतापरिष्कृत चारुवामकलेवरं श्वेलनीलगलं परश्वद धारिणं मृगधारिणं चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वै यमः कुण्डलीकृतकुण्डलीश्वर कुण्डलं वृषवाहनं नारदादिमुनीश्वर स्तुतवैभवं भुवनेश्वरं अन्धकान्तकमाश्रितामर पादपं शमनान्तकं चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वै यमः भेषजं भवरोगिणाम् अखिलापदामपहारिणौ दक्षयज्ञविनाशनं त्रिगुणात्मकं त्रिविलोचनं भुक्तिमुक्तिफलप्रदं सकलाघसङ्घनिबर्हणं चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वै यमः भक्तवत्सलमर्चितं विधिमक्षयं हरिदम्बरं सर्वभूतपतिं परात्परम् अप्रमेयमनुत्तमं सोमवारणभूहुताशन सोमपानिलखाकृतिं चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वै यमः विश्वसृष्टिविधायिनं पुनरेव पालनतत्परं संहरन्तमपि प्रपञ्चमशेषलोकनिवासिनं क्रीडयन्तमहर्निशं गणनाथयूतसमन्वितं चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वै यमः मृत्युभीतमृकण्डुसूनुकृतस्तवं शिवसन्निधौ यत्र कुत्र च यः पठेत् न हि तस्य मृत्युभयं भवेत् पूर्णमायुररोगताम् अखिलार्थसम्पदमादरं चन्द्रशेखर एव तस्य ददाति मुक्तिमयत्नतः चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वै यमः चन्द्रशेखर 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 पाहि मां चन्द्रशेखर 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 रक्ष मां चन्द्रशेखर पाहि मां चन्द्रशेखर रक्ष मां चन्द्रशेखर रक्ष मां चन्द्रशेखर पाहि मां सौधे रत्नमये नवोत्पलदला कर्णे चतुष्कान्तरे कौशौयेन मनोहरेण धवलेन आच्छादिते सर्वशः कर्पूराञ्चितदीपदीप्तिमिलिते रम्योपदानद्वये पार्वत्या करपद्मलालितपदं मृत्युञ्जयं भावये मृत्युञ्जयं भावये. Thank you friends for the waiting and time given. God bless you all. Om भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं प्राणाय पानाय व्यानाय उदानाय समानाय ब्रह्मणे ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्मभिर् मध्ये मध्ये अमृतपादस्तपादनाशदाम नीराजन ओम दत्तत्र नीलमेघश्याम नित्यमग्रबालगोपाल वेणुगानलोल वेदांत वेद्य नवनीत चोर भक्तजनाधार परमयाधार्दि मुक्तिसंदाय कृष्ण मूर्तिमंगलम गीतामृतदात कृष्ण परमयोगीश कृष्ण पार्षाद्रूप कृष्ण सर्वमंगलमं न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव बान्धवनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वं भाति ओं नारायणाय विद्महे तन्नो दाशरथाय विद्महे सीतावल्लभाय ओं तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय तन्नो रुद्रप्रचोदयात् मङ्गलमुद्रमणिगुणात्मने नल्लोकर्णेय मङ्गलमङ्गलं मङ्गलमङ्गलेन्द्रमं चित्रं सार्वभौमाय मङ्गलमङ्गलं बोल श्या रामचंद्र भगवान की जय राधावर कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय उमावर चंद्रचूड़ भगवान की जय श्री रामायण महाभारत भागवत उपनिषद गीता ब्रह्मसूत्र योग वासिष्ठ अतुल्य योग सूत्र अध्यात्म रामायण सुसंहित पुराण शिव पुराणादि समस्त नाथ वैदिक संस्कृति शास्त्र की जय श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास की जय बोलो श्री वेद व्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय। श्री वेद व्यास सुखदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय। श्री वेद व्यास विश्वामित्र वैश्य वाल्मीकि तुलसीदास आदि रामायणाचार्य की जय। श्री हिरण्यगृह कपिल पतंजलि व्यासादि समस्त योग आचार्य की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय। आज के आनंद की जय। सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तनम गोविंदा गोविंद। जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय जय राम राम। अम्बे अम्बे आदि पराशक्ति माता की जय। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक जिज्ञासु मंडल की जय। थैंक यू। What an excellent one more day today. Thank you. Hari Om friends. Hari Om.